37 points for the Pittsburgh Steelers here in Russell Wilson's season debut. His 264 yards, the most passing yards in a Steeler debut in franchise history. So many wonder, why change now? Proof is in the tape. Turn it on. Lige Douzable in studio, been breaking it down all day long. One last one to put here in the hopper, and unfortunately it is a Jets team that came into the week with a newfound hope in the form of Davante Adams. I want to start on the positive side here. Wasn't a unblemished start for Russell Wilson by any means, but finds his stride and opens up sectors of this offensive playbook that we had not seen yet. What did you make of his debut?
First and foremost, I'm never going to question Mike Tomlin ever again. We talked about this in the pregame. He has a pulse on his team, and he felt like that Russell Wilson brought a significant or different skill set when it comes to throwing the football down the field. So seems that him and George Pickens had some type of continuity. He heard George Pickens all week long. Me and Russ have really been trying to work on the timing. Well, the timing is just put the ball up, let that big alien go and get the football, because that's what it looked like for most of this game, right? And that's where the Pittsburgh Steelers struggled throughout the year, right? The downfield passing game. You see it right here. He just needs one hand, Moose. Doesn't even need two. Just put it in his vicinity. In the red zone, he can go up, climb the ladder, go get the football off the defensive back's hands. And the rest was just efficient in the third and fourth quarter. Right there finds Van Jefferson on a run play right to the flat for an easy touchdown. So he built confidence, but he got it going when he found his #1 receiver on the outside in George Pickens.
Pickens 111 on 5 receptions and a touchdown, and much of that was stretching the football field in a way we had not seen much of from this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Again, Mike T's got a thought. Maybe we just listen.
Yeah, we'll be quiet from now on.
The decorated head coach getting this one right. And I'm sure a conversation will continue around the quarterback position, but it looks like there's a direction to go here with Russell Wilson. On the other side, we thought it was going to be a solution in the form of Davante Adams, or some did. Yeah. It was not that. The issues that plague this Jets team go far deeper than adding a wide receiver one. What was the biggest issue tonight?
There was a couple, right? Miscues on the offensive side of the ball, and then protection again. Tyron Smith, when there was opportunities to make big plays down the field, Alex Highsmith had a field day with Tyron Smith. Then we saw earlier in the highlight, the interception off of Garrett Wilson's shoulder. That's a play you have to come down with, right? It's cover 2, a hole shot right there. You have a flat corner, a safety, half-field safety. He puts it right on the money, and it literally goes off of Garrett Wilson's shoulder pad. And then another play that kind of changed the momentum in this game. Right before half, trying to force the ball down the middle of the field with 3 defenders around. Garrett Wilson is a little bit behind him. Beanie Bishop makes a ridiculous interception, but the cause and effect for that throw was not needed, right? The risk reward wasn't there for Aaron Rodgers. You got all the momentum. You're up in the game. You're potentially trying to add points right before half and then get the ball coming out at half, but yet the momentum shifts to the Steelers because you make an ill-advised throw and they get an interception.
It was jarring to sit there and watch a team that maximizes the talent on their team.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin always gets the most out of his guys, no matter where the talent is at. They know how to adjust as well. An NFL best scoring differential in the second half of +68 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They know how to get together. They know how to come back out of a locker room. All those little things that define greatness seem to be lacking for the New York Jets right now. You got your best friend there. The coach is no longer there. The play caller's different. I'm not sure what the storyline will be this week, but I'm sure there will be one. Where do the Jets go now?
And that's the question mark, right? Because a lot of people thought Davante Adams would come in and change the Jets' offense. But I was the one to say he's not going to be the savior, right? There's so many issues right now with this Jets team. When you look on offense, the miscues, they continue to happen, right? Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, sometimes they're on the same page, sometimes they're not, right? A big drop by Garrett Wilson that ends up being a turnover that really changes the way that this game looks going forward. And they weren't able to run the football. Moose, they were able to do that last week versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, Breece Hall had a heck of a day receiving, right? But they weren't able to establish the run. So when you become one-dimensional, it's easy for a team to tee off and get after the quarterback. And it puts you at odds in regards to trying to put sustained drives together because everybody knows that you're throwing the football. Another issue, right? With Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't like a lot of pre-snap motion. Every team, it seems, knows that when that back foot hits, he's throwing the end breaker. Right? The defensive line, 4 batted passes. One crucial one on 4th down. Keanu Beno, he didn't even rush Really, he stopped at the line of scrimmage, Moose, and threw his hands up in the air, and he batted the ball down on 4th down when the Jets were trying to mount a comeback. So something has been done. You already talked about it. When Van Jefferson got that touchdown, it's because they schemed it up on a rub route. The Jets need to put some of that into their offense because obviously teams know where you're going with the football now, Aaron.
You can't talent your way around inefficiencies,
sure.
and there are a lot of inefficiencies. On top of that, a lot of injuries plaguing this Jets team moving forward. As you mentioned, rushing an issue, just 54 yards of rushing offense, outrushed by nearly 100 yards by Pittsburgh in this losing effort. Now 2-5 and nothing but questions. Douzable, he's had answers all day long. Deuce, we appreciate you.